Good morning. In this lecture, what I am going to do is I'm going to discuss some examples in Java, and we are going to discuss how a program can be run. For example, here I have shown an example first Java program, public class example, public static void main string argues. Inside that, system.out.println. This is a simple Java program. This is a program which is printing. This is a simple Java program. That means using that system.out.println, you are instructing the machine to print. This is a simple Java program. How this can be done? So this one I have downloaded from GitHub, and every Java program which is given in your textbook, which is Java to complete reference, is there in this portal. So you can download that and can execute this. So see this program here. Whatever is above this, that is commented. That means star followed by forward slash, and that means using commented, and here this public class example. So I am going to copy that. So using that I am going to copy this and using a text editor. If you want to have some text editor in Linux, there is a text editor called gedit. So when ged, that text editor have come, and here you are pasting it. Okay, so this is the simple Java program, and I have pasted it here, and this is public class example. As I told you, uh, public static void main is the entry point for our applications, and your program name should be the class in which this public static void main, that function, is a member. So here this program has to be saved with the extension .java and example.java. Why? The program name should be example.java, because our the class name is example. Okay, I'm going to save it. So here I am going to copy that in form, and here I am going to type this as example.java. Example.java. So after that I have, so example.java, that first letter should be capitals. Why? That means this is case sensitive, and if you give small e, it cannot detect that class. Okay, I have saved it, and now you have to go to the console. That means this is the console, and here I'm going to execute the program, and here the present working directory is home/shibu. So in that directory I'm going to save this program, or I have already saved this program, and now I want to check whether that file is there, lsexample.java. So it is there. So if you want to type that, you can use that using, or implement that using not ex, capital Ex, example.java. So that program is there. So I am going to check whether any other file other than example which starts with ex is there. So nothing is there, example.java is there. So using Java compiler, I am going to convert this to its equivalent Java bytecode. So the Java bytecode is in a dot class file. So once you have executed this, this example.java will be converted to example.class. Okay, Java C example.java, and when you press this, what will happen? Now I'm going to test whether any other file with ex is there. So example.java is our program. So when you have compiled it, an example.class file is created, and now you can execute that using Java interpreter. So this is Java C is the Java compiler, and Java is the interpreter. So here no need to type example dot class, simply write Java example. So this is a simple program, it has printed. Okay, this is the way you can execute a program. So what are the things I did first of all, you have to edit that using some editor. Here I have used our text editor. Then you have to save that file, or you have save that file with the name of your public class in which your public static void main resides, and with extension .java you have saved it using Java compiler Java C. You're going to save it, and once you have compiled it, a dot class file is created, and using that dot class file can or using Java interpreter, is simply Java, you can execute it. Okay, now I'm going to the next program. So here almost all programs in chapter 2 resides here. So I'm going to copy that. Okay, so this is Java to complete reference, and chapter 2 program number 1 we have already discussed. This is, so I'm going to verify here. This is another program which is if sample. That means we know the if structure. That means it's a conditional statement. Here this is public class if sample. Here the class name is if sample, and in the public static void menu you have defined two integer values x and y. X is assigned a value 10 and y is assigned a value 20. And if x less than y, that means if the value of x is less than y, here initial value of x is 10 and y is 20, so definitely x is less than y, so it will print x is less than y. So after that, x is multiplied by 2. X is equal to x into 2 means current value of x is 10, and 10 into 2 is 20. So x assigned equal to x into 2 means x is now 20, but the value of y is 20, so x equal to y. It is testing whether x is equal to y, and now x is 20 and y is 20, definitely it will print x now equals to y. Now x is again multiplied by 2, that means 20 into 2. X assigned equal to x into 2 means x equal to 20 into 2, which is 40. Now x is greater than y. In that case, x is greater than 40 is greater than 20. So system dot x is now greater than y. So that means this will print x is less than y, x now equals y, and x now greater than y. After that is again testing if x equal to y. Now the value of x is 40 and y is 20. Now this one fails. So system, you won't see this. That means nothing is printed. So only 3 statements will be printed. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to copy the contents of this page. And now using a text editor I am going to have a new, this is pasting this. So here you have to save this file as ifsample.java, because public class ifsample.java. Here what is this? So ifsample.java, ifsample.java. okay, ifsample.java, and you have to save it. Okay, once you have saved it, you have to go to your console, and now using Java C you have to compile this if okay, this is capital if sample.java. Now it is compiled, and now if sample.class is created, and now you are going to execute this using if sample. Okay, so x is less than y, x now equals y, and x now greater than y. Those 3 are printed. Okay, now we are going to discuss another one. See, this is a for test program, that means for loop. This is a testing for the for loop. That means inside this we have an integer value x, and for x equal to 0, x less than 10, x is equal to x plus 1, system dot println, this is x plus x. That means you are going to print the value of this x how many times? 10 times. That means initially x will be 0, and after each iteration of this for loop you are going to print, after each iteration you are incrementing this x by 1, and when it reaches 10 it will exit. That means initially the value of x is 0, after the first iteration x will be 1, so after the second iteration x will be 2, and like that. So when x reaches 10, this x less than 10, that condition fails, and it will exit the loop. Okay, so I'm going to execute this program. So first of all you have to copy this, and you are going to paste it here. Now you are going to save it using fortest.java. So the file name should be fortest.java. for okay, for that fortest, that f should be in capital because our fortest.java. Okay, you have saved it. Now you are going to compile that using javac fortest.java. Successfully compiled. Now we are going to execute this java for fortest. Okay, that means 0 to 9, it has printed 0 to 9. It has printed 0 to 9. That means this is x 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 9. When it reaches 10, it exited the loop. It came out of the loop. Okay, so the next program is regarding the block structure. Now this is an example of block test program. That means initially we have defined two integer variables x and y, and the value of y is initialized as 20, and inside the for loop initial value of x is assigned 0, and after each iteration x is incremented by 1, and when x is less than 10, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 9, it will execute. When it becomes 10, 10 less than 10 fails, and it will come out of the loop. Okay, so after each iteration it is going to print the value of x as well as y. So after each iteration of y is decremented by 2, y is equal to y minus 2 as the last statement of this loop, or the body of the loop. You have y is equal to y minus 2. So initially it is 20, and it will become 18, 16, 14, etc. up to 2. Okay, so that is the this is for demonstrating the block structure of the for loop, and I have copied it. Now I want to save it. Go to a new one, block test.java. You have to save it as block test.java because our class name is block test.java. You have saved it. Now go to your console, then using javac block test, so you have to use capital B, block test.java. Okay, so okay, now using java you are going to execute it, block test. Okay, see, if the value of x and y are printed, x is from 0 to 9, and y is from 20, 18, etc. up to 2. So that's all about the control loops for and if, and with more examples I'll come back to you soon. Thank you.